Hello there. So let's talk about digital communications and how to go about it, especially if your resources are limited. But first, I'd like to take a moment to digress a little bit and talk about the importance of the personal, the authentic, and the emotional. Whenever you communicate, sharing something personal can create an emotional connection, and creating that connection will increase the effectiveness of any communication, whether it's digital or analog. Let's test it right now. I will share a personal story. It also contains a digital communications part, so I won't be totally going off topic. So here we go. Anybody who knows me knows that the number one personal topic I like to talk about is my dog Zeus. So here is Zeus. This is what he looked like when I got him 7 years ago. And this is what he looks like today. He's a Belgian Shepherd, probably with some German Shepherd in him. I so much like talking about Zeus, and this brings in the digital communications element that I mentioned, that I created a website just for him. It's at www.seemydog.com, and as I said, it's exclusively about Zeus. I get a kick out of being able to say, you can see my dog at seemydog.com. I just love doing fun communication stuff like this. But you may also have seen companies and organizations use these kind of domain names. I like to call them catchy phrase domains. For instance, the other day I came across this example at a bus stop, aceyourretirement.org. It's actually an ad by the AARP, formerly known as the American Association of Retired Persons. Catchy and easy to remember phrase domains can be great for campaigns and projects, especially when you communicate with people in situations where they cannot write down a web address, for instance, while driving by a billboard on a highway or listening to the radio while driving. But I'm digressing from my digression. As I said, sharing something personal can allow you to connect and communicate more effectively. That was the whole point of this little detour. And by the way, if you have a favorite picture of your pet, whether it's a dog or a cat or something else, please send it to mark@grandimpact.org, just for the fun of it. Okay, back to our main subject. Digital communications, especially when your resources are limited. Let's assume you have a website, but you are wondering where to focus your other digital communications efforts. Do you need to use all social media platforms, plus an email newsletter? What about text messaging? If you have limited resources, the answer is simple. Focus on email marketing and on one or at most two social media platforms. Here are 10 simple things that you can do to begin harnessing the power of email marketing and social media right away, plus a quick summary of how to ensure compliance with the European General Data Protection Regulation called GDPR. But email marketing first. Email remains, despite the importance of social media, an incredibly effective approach to online fundraising and interacting with your audiences. Building a mailing list is therefore one of the most important marketing actions you can take. So first, pick an email marketing platform. Email marketing services or platforms like MailChimp, Constant Contact, and Aweber make it easy with their online tools to build your mailing list, create your e-newsletters, send them out, and track results. All these services are mature platforms, so you cannot go wrong with any of them. We recommend using MailChimp. It offers a forever free plan for up to 2,000 subscribers and 12,000 emails monthly. 2. Add an e-news sign-up form to your website. All email service providers make it easy to create a sign-up form for your website so that your visitors can give you their email address and other information. A good practice is to have a sign-up form in the footer area on every web page. The embedded form will automatically add new sign-ups to your subscriber database. 3. Create your e-newsletter. All email services come with templates that make it easy to put together a professional-looking e-newsletter. These templates also help you comply with important regulations, such as including your physical mailing address and an unsubscribe link. An e-newsletter should include no more than 4 to 6 news items, each with a captivating headline, a high-quality visual, and no more than 100 words for each news item. To keep things short, you can include a link at the end of a news item that says "Learn more," and clicking on it takes readers to a blog post with more information. 4. Personalize. Personalized emails are up to 6 times more effective than emails without personalization at triggering donations or other actions. So use your email provider's short codes to insert a recipient's first name in the greeting of the email, inside the message body, or even inside the subject line to capture attention. Personalizing also means to segment your subscribers. Somebody who has donated to your cause in the past should get a different message than somebody who has never given before. And of course, we talked earlier about the importance of injecting something personal in your communication, which is another form of personalizing your email. 5. Ask for email addresses all the time. Use every interaction with your audience to collect email addresses, online and offline. If you have an event in a community park, provide sheets in which attendees can leave their email addresses. If you give a speech, ask your audience to visit your website and sign up for the e-news there. If somebody gives you a business card, ask them if it's okay if you add their email address to your e-news mailing list. Now about social media. Social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, LinkedIn, and Instagram can be powerful ways of doing almost anything, raising money, informing your audience, exchanging ideas with them, or promoting an event. So here are 5 more tips for how to use the power of social media. First, before you begin investing time and money into your social media presence, think about your audiences and try to find out what social media channels they actually use, so you don't waste your time and resources. For example, many young people have moved on from Facebook to less text-heavy services like Instagram and Snapchat. Somewhat older audiences will more likely still be using Facebook. Professionals love LinkedIn, and media people and politicians gravitate to Twitter. Second, determine your goals. Be clear on what you want to accomplish. Do you want to engage and educate, build your brand, sell your programs and services, or raise money? Being clear about your goals, your audiences, and channels will help you create a successful social media strategy. Third, create a content strategy and content calendar. Brainstorm with your team. Ask yourselves, what content will be most engaging for our audiences? Even better, do an informal focus group with people representing your audience to find out what they are interested in. Then have bi-weekly or monthly editorial meetings with your team in which you brainstorm stories and schedule them ahead in your content calendar. Fourth, put an emphasis on video. Authentic videos captured on smartphones can be incredibly effective at illustrating your mission. Encourage and train your staff and volunteers to capture and share such videos using their smartphones. To help you do that, there's a separate module in this course focused on using smartphones to shoot great videos. And 5, multi-purpose your content. When you have a great story, use it multiple times across all your media channels. For instance, if you have a powerful video, create a blog post with text that gives more detailed information. Use a much shorter version of the post with the video in it in your e-newsletter and on Facebook. Alright, last but not least, let's talk about GDPR. All your online activities should be complying with the European General Data Protection Regulation known as GDPR, even if you do not primarily target European stakeholders. The reason for this is that you could be subject to significant fines even if only one of your users resides in the EU and files a complaint. But no worries. In a nutshell, GDPR simply means that you need to publish a privacy policy on your website that explains what data you collect and how you use it. You also have to give users a way to request the information you have about them, and if they demand it, delete it. Website content management platforms like WordPress have just recently added features that make it easy to create a privacy policy from templates. Simply look for the link called Privacy in the WordPress dashboard. They also include new tools that enable you to export and delete a user's data on request. In the email summary, you will find links to more information about social media strategy, email marketing, content generation, and GDPR requirements. And please remember that the blue help button is one of the best things about Grand Impact. Simply click it to initiate a help ticket to get feedback on anything that is related to communications like email marketing, social media, or catchy phrase domains like seemydog.com.